Hello everyone, good morning to all. Before I start this video, first I would like to ask one question. If you want to go to your uncle's house, how you will go? You will give me answer like this, madam, we will go by scooter if your uncle or any other relative living nearby your house, that means 5 or 10 kilometer away from your house. You can go by Activa or bike, right? But if they are living uh, far away, so you can say that we will go by car or bus or train, right? You know how the people were moving from one place to another place in ancient time? They were moving from one place to another place by walk. Yes, at that time vehicles were not available. You might be amazed that how can people walk to one place to another place 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers. But it's true. People were going by walk. Here you can see some people were using animals like horse, camel or elephant. So they were just doing animals ride. Some people were using bullock cart, camel cart, horse cart. And after that, after the invention of the wheel, after the invention of different kinds of vehicles, people have started using different kinds of vehicles like cycle or bicycle, bike, scooter, car, bus, train, and then slowly and gradually people have started using planes, helicopters, ship or steamer. So in today's video, we will learn means of transport. There are different kinds of means of transport, right? So let's begin. Here you can see the flow chart of means of transport. You might have learned all these things in your EVS subject. It's just quickly we will revise and some another things also we will learn, right? So here you can see the means of transport. Three main means of transport are there, that is land transportation, water transportation and air transportation. In land transportation, again two parts it is there, roadways and railways. Roadways, that means the vehicles which move on the road like car, scooter, bus, that is roadways. Railways, that means trains, metros, all this we will consider, that is railways that moves on the tracks. Now we will see water transportation. In that we will see inland and overseas. Inland, that means river like that. In that we are using boats or houseboat, right? And overseas, that means on the sea we are using ship or steamer or submarine. Then we will see air transportation. In that two types are there, that is first one domestic airways and another one that is international airways. In domestic airways, that means airlines which is in the same country, that if you want to go from Delhi to Ahmedabad or Baroda, so that is for that we are using domestic airways. But if you want to go from India to America or Australia, at that time we are using that airlines. That airlines that is known as international. Okay. Now in domestic airways there are two parts, that is public undertaking and private airlines. Public undertaking, that means generally we are using that common people are using aeroplanes. That is called public undertaking. And in private airlines, some businessmen or politicians, they are using that charter plane or helicopters. That is called private airlines. Here you can see that different means of transportation are there. First one, that is animals used for transportation. In ancient time, that people were using animals for transportation. Even nowadays also in some interior places that people are using animals for transportation. That second one, that is land transportation. Third one, water transportation, and fourth one, that is air transportation. Let's see the first one, that is animals used for transportation. The animals such as horse, camel, donkey, mule, elephant, bullocks, they are used for the transportation. We can use as animals as a ride. That means here you can see that some people they are using for ride. Even as a cart also we are using like camel cart or bullock cart or horse cart. So this way we are using animals. Here you can see that animals used for carrying people or goods from one place to another place. Here that camel cart is there. So camel draw camel carts. Same way bullocks draw bullock carts, and we are using to carrying people or goods, right? Next one, that is land transportation. Here you can see that different kinds of vehicles like cycle, scooter, car, bus, jeep, ambulance, caravan. So these are the example of land transportation. Now another example, it is the trains, right? So in trains also there are different kinds of trains like passengers train or goods train, metro trains. Passengers trains we are using for passengers. That means people, those who want to go from one place to another place. For that passenger train it is useful, and goods train it is used to move goods from one place to another place. Goods, that means mal saman. Now next one, that is water transportation. Here you can see the different kinds of pictures of water transportation. Here you can see the boat, simple boat that people were using from ancient time. Then here this one it is houseboat. Then this one it is ship, and last one it is submarine. So these three, that is boat, houseboat or ship or steamer, they just move on the water. And submarine mostly we find under the water. That means inside the water. Okay. Now next one, that is air transportation. Here in this picture, in this slide, you can see the different kinds of air transportation like aeroplane, helicopter, rocket, hot air balloon. These are the example of air transportation. It is somewhat costly, so just mostly people they are not using. But if you want to go from one country to another country within few hours, so that time you can use air transportation. I hope that all of you have understood. So this flow chart you have to write, and all the means of transportation you have to write in your notebook. Thank you.